Okay. Go. This is Maria Shiro. She came all the way from Hawaii, and it kind of blew my socks off. Of course, she's one of my heroes, and we filmed her once before. Okay.
I think twice.
Twice before, maybe three times.
Maybe 3 times.
Maybe
yeah.
4 times.
Possibly.
Possibly.
She was doing her own videos.
Yeah.
Yes, I do have my own video channel.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I guess the main thing is we're talking about raw food and brain cancer and your daughter and yet some vaccination shot.
Okay. Oh yeah. So do you remember me telling you that she was she had her.
Meningitis shot.
Some of them.
It was her. What shot was it that she got? Meningitis.
That's right.
And then 10 days after getting that shot, she was having brain surgery because she suffered a lot of inflammation
Right.
and she had double vision.
Wow.
This was back in 2009. And then she went raw a year later. And
She went raw after she was diagnosed with brain cancer twice.
yeah, no,
Actually,
once.
3 times.
Just no, she was just diagnosed one time.
Oh,
This
one time.
this was all one event.
Right.
She was 13 years old,
Right.
about to start high school. It was the summer. I remember that. It was a long time ago, 2009. And she had double vision. I took her to an ophthalmologist, and he was concerned about what he saw. So he had me take her to the hospital. And then from there, they got an ambulance to take her to another hospital for an MRI and to prep her for surgery. So, but then a year later, she went raw.
A year later, she went raw.
Right. And also, too, you know, they wanted to treat her with chemo and radiation, but they said it was not going to work because the type of tumor she had was a glial neuronal. So that means it comes from the cells, the glial cells and the neuronal cells have the cancer, and you don't treat them both the same. So basically, one part would become chemo resistant, which would basically be a life sentence. You know, basically she would die, you know, from it. So I said to her, well, you know, if you're going to die anyway, why don't you die on your terms instead of making the doctors rich?
Right.
And then you don't have all that pain and suffering from taking all that medication. So she said, yes, let's do that. And so then about a year later, we found you, and actually I got sick, and I went on raw food, and I was trying to convince her to do it, and she did not want to. So that's why I brought her to see you, so that you could convince her, which you did. So that was really good. And then she was really like raw, dedicated raw, and I'm talking like no fats, like no avocados, no durian, for a good 5 years. And and she's still alive. I mean, she's 22. Yeah, she's still alive. So clearly, it worked, you know.
Right.
Yeah, and then she started introducing, like when we went to Hawaii, she started introducing more fats into her diet, which consisted of avocado, of durian,
Yeah, seeds.
seeds. I don't remember seeds, but I don't remember that either. But I don't know. I don't remember. But now, you know, she's still a vegan, but she's more relaxed. Like occasionally she'll have some cooked food. You know, she's not fanatical. You know, because she knows that she's healthy. She listens to her body. You know, and whatever. If she eats something and her body doesn't feel right, she knows, okay, I probably shouldn't eat that again. So she's pretty intuitive that way.
It's good.
Yeah,
So this is a raw food, fruitarian success story.
absolutely. Absolutely. There's no doubt about that. Yeah. Because I think it's not just the raw food, it's a little bit more than that.
It is.
Because what happens is when you eat raw, you tap into this level of like consciousness. It's almost like you raise your vibration, and then all of a sudden your emotions change as well. You become happier, and that, I believe, has a lot to do with healing your thoughts. You know, if you're thinking negative things, then you're not going to be able to heal. But if you're hopeful, then you're going to heal. So I think that has a lot to do with it.
You are being challenged by the blender. Anything else you want to say?
I think that's it,
That's it.
unless you have more questions.
No, because I think I met your daughter, and I think you spent at least 3 or 4 hours with me. And
Four.
went back and forth, back and forth.
Right.
I remember she said, I have to get my Doritos. I said, yes.
Well, you
She had to
know,
give up her cookies. I said, yes.
you know what really sold her
Well,
what sold her was when Megan Elizabeth walked in the door.
Wow.
And she said to her, "Wait a minute, you're Irish? How are you tan?"
Yeah.
Because my Megan, would burn.
Wow.
And Megan Elizabeth said to her, "Well, I eat raw food. I eat raw food, so as a result, my immune system is, not compromised, and I don't burn." So my daughter's like, "Okay, I want some of that," because she
Wow.
really wanted to not burn.
Wow.
So I think that was what really sold her, because Megan.
So there's a connection, big time connection here. Yeah.
Right, big
Oh my
time.
gosh.
Yes.
It's like beyond.
And I
It's
met
like
Rich
beyond.
too. So I met Megan Elizabeth's
Met
dad
Rich.
that day.
Should I say it on you?
No,
You met.
You tell the
You
story.
met him
Yeah.
the
Right.
day.
I met the day. Yeah, I
The
met
day. The day you brought her here.
Right. That's right. I did, but that was it. I just met him. That's it. We didn't keep in touch or anything.
Right. That was in 2010.
That was in 2010, right? And I was married at the time. My daughter was dying of brain cancer. I'm not looking for a relationship, But several years later, I think it was 3 years later, you were doing your documentary opening.
Right.
And I came, and Rich happened to come from Hawaii.
Wow.
So I remember I recognized him, and I started telling him how.
Yay.
Are you guys still? This is the same video.
Same video. So I was just telling him how grateful I was that
Right.
his Megan actually gave me this book that she said would really help. It was called The China Study.
Right. Wow.
So she's like, if you have to buy one book today, buy this book.
Wow.
So so I felt like that was really very, very helpful.
Didn't you leave with a champion juicer?
Oh my God! I
and
spent like
a
$1,000
vitamin
that
the
day. That's why.
same day.
That's why Arnold didn't forget me, because I spent like I bought at least 1,000.
Wow.
I bought a rebounder, a champion
You
juicer.
still use
And a
it?
Vitamix.
No, I'm not actually, because I moved it to Hawaii, but I haven't opened it from.
Okay.
I might have to move it back now. So anyway, that's another story. Okay, what else? I don't know. This is such a long time ago.
Yeah,
I'm starting
it
to
is,
forget.
it is. It's unbelievable.
But anyway, so I always come whenever I'm in this area. I always come
Yeah,
to
that
see
was the bit.
Arnold.
It all happened in Arnold's way.
It all
You right? It all happened
right.
in Arnold's way.
yes.
And that's the same thing with your daughter, right?
Magical.
Exactly. I met you
Yeah, I remember. the
right
first
here
time.
at this table.
Yeah,
He's here
yeah.
doing the working.
Yeah.
And I started to tell him Megan's story.
Right.
And he said, I don't know what she's been doing, but it ain't right. Send her over here. She came over the same day, that
Wow.
afternoon for lunch, with Timmy.
Wow.
With Timmy. I went back. I told him, I said, oh my God, you got to go meet Arnold. And she came over here for lunch. She came back and she says, oh yeah, this is what I've been looking for. Right? And that was the beginning of
Wow.
her story.
Wow.
Her and Timmy came the same day.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
It's like unbelievable.
and it all happened in Arnold's
Well,
way.
no, it's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a magical place.
And I'm still in business.
That's it. You're still here. You're like a landmark.
Damn. Damn.
Yeah, you're our hero.
Yeah, damn. Rock and roll, living the dream. And every day we get stories. Every
Yeah.
single day.
I bet.
Every single day.
Yeah. So yeah, if you got to heal, go.
We got to come with
go walk.
diabetes type 2 coming here
all day long.
all day long. At least 1 to 3 a day people come here.
Oh yeah, it's like a hospital here.
That's why I can't go on vacation. I'm on vacation.
You're on call all the
I'm
time.
on call all the time.
Arnold, to the emergency room.
I remember when I first came back after like 3 years.
Yeah.
You hadn't seen me for 3 years, and you remembered me.
Yeah.
And you were like, I cannot believe that I'm even like you came back, because you said 95% of the people, they don't do it.
They don't do
They
it.
find it too hard.
Yeah.
One of the things that I notice is that healing is almost like something you do out of self-love for yourself.
Right.
And some people don't feel they deserve, they don't feel worthy, and so maybe that's why they don't do it, because they don't feel like they can do it, because they don't feel
A
they
lot of
deserve
reasons,
it.
you know.
There's a lot of
A
reasons.
lot of it. It's really tough.
But I
You're
noticed that,
fighting everyone. You're fighting yourself. You're fighting.
oh yeah,
You're fighting everyone.
but it's also a lesson in discernment, to listen to yourself, listen to your intuition, and do what you feel is the right thing to do. That's the one thing I really got out of it. So I'm grateful for this experience. Definitely grateful, especially since it worked out good. You know,
Worked out good.
it worked out good.
Yeah, for both our daughters.
Both
Right?
Megans.
For both Meg and Elizabeth.
And both you.
Right.
Both you. That's unbelievable.
Oh my God.
That's pretty funny.
Now let's see what happens in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's
No, wherever it is, it's home. Home is where your heart is.
that's right.
Doesn't
I
have to
think
be.
my home's in Hawaii.
Okay. Well, your heart's right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, live from Arnold's Way with Rich and Maria.
Aloha.
Bye.
Aloha.